Hello, everyone. As we joined together today, allow me to get us united through a small alignment. As we visualize the group as one circle, all of us present, those who link subjectively, we get united with the energies of light and love and will to good. And standing together, we see the light of the group soul. You extend that light and link it with the light of the new group. And extend it further to the light of humanity. And through that light, we see the light of the triangle, Shambhala, hierarchy and humanity. Precipitating the energy of Virgo. The radiance of will to love. And we affirm, disciple, I am a point of light within the greater light. I am a strand of loving energy within the stream of love divine. I am the point of sacrificial fire, focused within the fiery will of God. And thus I stand. I am a way by which men may achieve. I am a source of strength, enabling them to stand. I am a beam of light shining upon their way. And thus I stand. And standing thus, revolve and tread this way, the way of man, and know the ways of God. And thus I stand. And focused in the group heart, we start our work.
Katya, thank you so much. Welcome to everyone on this beautiful fall, spring day, depending on where you are in the world. As you can see, my backyard is full. You may hear birds and crickets and farm things as we are coming into harvest. So welcome to all. A couple of things just before we start, a couple of reminders. So for those who may be new, the chat is available. We are encouraging conversation, challenge, questions, requests for clarification. Virgo is very good, you know, at wanting to be clear. So please, if you have something, if you want to say, would you please say more about? We'll interrupt them. I got no problem with them. They're Argentinian women. It's not going to be an issue. We don't have to be polite about this. And we'll try and get those questions and comments in as best we can. So we will have a 15 or 20 minute discussion, conversation, overview about what is true now, lead into a meditation and a practice that will follow with what is the next right step. We are continuing to move full moon by full moon, month by month, connecting each of these sessions as best we can. And at the end, I know you love staying in our garden. I know it is beautiful. We know that you would love to stay forever, but please, at 3:30 Eastern, as we leave and ask you to leave, please gather your things and go. One of the tough things about Zoom is, you know, when the host suddenly closes the room, and we'd like to try not to do that. We'd like to be gentle. If you have questions, please put them in the chat, because I can't see the full thing, and the raise hands just screws up my visual thing. Put it in the chat. You can say, I have a question, and I'll try and get that as quickly as possible. With that, we welcome Estela, Giselle, and Marta from Argentina. These are 3 women who work together. And something you may also not know about the way we're working in this experiment this year is that our guests sometimes and often choose the full moon time they resonate with. So we don't say, listen, we've got Virgo, will you come and do Virgo? We say, here are the times. And somebody will say, oh, I like Virgo, or I like Capricorn. So just so you know that we're attempting to do that. With that, I'm going to pass it over to, I think, Estela's beginning. Welcome to all 3 of you. Now, here's the question first. Do you want to see people's faces as much as possible? I know a lot of people like to stay hidden, but Marta is nodding yes. So if you can, and if you would be willing, please let us see your beautiful faces. Take a moment to scroll through and wave to the people here and go and see. You might not have seen people for a little bit. And there we go. Estela. And then we'll close our videos for meditation, okay? So please come on screen. Stay there. So it is actually conversation. Welcome to our garden. We don't hide behind our, you know, masks in our garden. So I love it. Look at you all, real people.
Yes.
Estela, Maria, Giselle, welcome, and Marta, I'm sorry, welcome, bienvenidos. Over to you.
Estela, can I do the presentation?
Yes, please. But let me first say hello to everyone, and I can see many faces than many time ago I don't see. A pleasure, a pleasure. Adelante, Giselle.
Thank you very much, because we are very cordial greetings for each of one. We are very happy to share this space within the 2025 initiative, preparing the way. Our names, well, are Estela Tustanovsky, Marta Paillet, and Giselle Fournier, but we are representing our spiritual group. It's called Grupo Litoral. We live in Argentina. Argentina is a large country in South America, which is included in what is called Latin America, America Latina. In particular, our country is in the south of the south. So we apologize for our imperfect English. Our native language is Spanish. So we do I do my best. We consider this invitation as a profound act of love and a possibility to intertwining between people who represent their communities and who, beyond the differences, feel the need to practice the principles of unity and goodwill. So today, near the full moon of Virgo, that bring us together in the sign of Virgo. The full moon bring us together in the sign of Virgo, in the sign of the mutable cross, the cross of the uninitiated. On the mutable cross, mass initiations are proposed for those apprentices who were accepted through Gemini and Sagittarius, the other two signs which complete the cross. We must be accepted as apprentices. And to go into the fixed cross, right? And to attain these other two signs, to attain these initiations, we must achieve the harmonization of relationships at all levels, from the individuals to the internationals, building together true peace. Today we propose beginning with a presentation about Virgo by Estela, to continue with 15 minutes of silent meditation. We are control that. And we will end with a proposal for a practical service that Marta will do. As Sharon say, be free to interrupt or make comments during the presentation. After Marta, at the end, we can also talk about the topics and share impressions. When Estela has finished her presentation, we will propose to pronounce three ohms, to align ourselves. And the end of the meditation will be made but by the sound of a bow. Could be? Okay.
Sounds great.
Estela, please.
Okay. Thank you, Giselle. Thank you. Well, I will share the screen because I consider better to write what I'm going to read so you can understand me better, I think. And meanwhile, looking paintings from Nicolas Reri. So let's go on with the image of the Mother of the World. Well, please, as Sharon and Giselle said, interrupt me whenever you want, please. Virgo is the second sign of the mutable cross, as Giselle said, and the second earth sign. As the 6 signs in the zodiac, it completes the group of constellations below the horizon. These symbolize the inner self and subjectivity, indicating the passage from subjectivity to objectivity. In the human body, it is located below the diaphragm and above the navel. Hercules' task in this sixth portal was to seize Hippolyta's belt, the belt that had been given to her by Venus, the Queen of Love. This belt was a symbol of unity achieved through struggle, conflict, strife, a symbol of motherhood and of the sacred child toward whom all human life truly turns. Unity and love. When we are aware of the unity in all that exists, love flows naturally. Since it is veiled by variety of forms we do not see, one needs occult sight to see through the form and find the one. When we find the one in all, including ourselves, we see that the other is no different from us in essence. This realization of unity results in an automatic flow of love. Love is the flow when unity is realized. These are words from Dr. Kumar from India. And Hippolyta was going to give him the belt, but Hercules fought and struggled with her and listened not to the fair words she strove to speak. He wrenched the girdle from her, only to find her hands held out and offering him the gift, offering the symbol of unity and love, of sacrifice and faith. Yet, grasping it, he slaughtered her, killing the one who dowered him with that which he required. From Alice Bailey. Well, in the same way, today humanity, we kills, exploits, snatches, and destroys. Kills, explodes, snatches, and destroys the mother, the nature. Many things are offered by nature to us surely out of love for us. If we are today like this, it is because of the grace of the mother. She has not only given the form, but also many gifts through the surrounding for our nourishment and for our joy. One must see the beauty of the gifts that the mother gives. This part of the story of Hercules, indicates how a man struggles when he does not understand nature. He not only struggles, he insults nature. He neglects the nature by completely overlooking and neglecting the gifts she is giving. There is so much of cherishing by the mother to the children. Out of sheer love for the children, gifts are given. Insofar as they are not understood, we feel that the mother is cruel. We say, the cruel nature, the cruel mother. There is no cruelty in it, except protecting and nourishing. The sixth house is the house of misunderstanding, of misinterpretation. The symbol of this sign is the archetypal virgin that indicates purity, holiness, and the sublime nature expressed through the highest concept of motherhood. It is the Immaculate Conception. And what really is the Immaculate Conception? It is the purest moment of the conception of a creation. When we visualize it, when we create an image of what we are going to create, the pure image without distortions.
Okay, Estela, sorry, I'm going to jump in here because there's
Okay.
stuff going on here.
Perfect.
Yeah, so let's just hold it right there. Can you go back a couple of slides? And when
Yes.
I'm listening, I'm hoping that as people are listening and reading, that they are reflecting, that you're all reflecting back to think, okay, where am I in this?
Okay.
You know, where are we? What is true? And this is for everyone. Let's just take a look at particularly the labors of Hercules, and this is for everyone. Hands up. How many? You're all familiar with the labors of Hercules and those kinds of works? Great. And how many of you for this one? If we now look at this sixth one, Can you go to the next slide, please, Estela? Yeah. There we go. Okay, there. So this is the one that kind of got me as we're just sitting about. Can we have questions? Estela, can you make your PowerPoint a little bit larger?
I'll try. Let me see.
Let me just see if you double click that. I know maybe we'll see what happens.
¿Cómo hago, Giselle?
Pica en vista, a último arriba de todo.
If you just were able to highlight that one slide at a time, I don't know if you can pull that or make your own screen bigger. The other thing, Desho, you could do is if you can go up to view, go to side-by-side speaker. I'm not sure what view you've got or standard, and just see where that is.
Sí, ponelo en vista de presentación.
Acá abajo.
Abajo en la cuarta, el cuarto símbolo te va a
Pero ahí
poner
te va a empezar desde el principio. Bueno.
No importa.
Ok.
I don't know how it happened.
Okay.
Don't know. Don't ask
Right.
me to do it again, please.
Yeah. Okay. So with the three of you, could you the three talk about how you connect this sixth labor of Hercules to where we are now?
Yes. When I read again this paragraph, I said, yes, it's exactly what we as humanity are doing today, because nature, the mother, is giving every time everything to us. But we don't, I feel we don't appreciate it. We don't give the correct value to this, and I'll go for more in a very bad and violent way, extracting for the mother almost the essence, trying to get the essence from her. It was my feeling.
Yeah. Any comments in the group? And one of the things that I think it's very easy to do in this kind of situation, oops. Okay, something else. In this setting, because this is kind of a general, it's very easy for us to go, we're all destroying the earth, we're terrible people, you know, we're going to hell in a handbasket because we are killing, destroying, snatching Mother Earth. And yet, for me, there also is the other side. What is also true is, you know, there are those who have taken on the labor of Hercules. If you go to can you go to the next slide? nature is giving it out, and the task of Hercules is to take that respect. So what is also true, she's given us the form, but given us through the surroundings. What else is happening now that that enlivens, that shows the results or the success of a Herculean task in Virgo?
Sorry, Sharon, could you repeat the last part?
Very simply, it's very easy to find all the bad.
Oh, yes, yes. But, but you have to stop.
Right? So
you have to wait.
If we're in this Herculean struggle,
yes,
it's very easy to find that it's very easy for us to do. Okay, what else is true? And that's true. What else is true now? That, if you listen to, I think it's Shirley Simard who has a book now called The Mother Tree, talks about a tree in the woods, which is the hub tree, the mother tree, which nourishes and feeds all the other trees in the forest.
Yes.
What are the three of you seeing that is true now also on that side? Because I think it's very easiest for, particularly in Virgo, to focus on the criticism and the negativity. Like we can go into all the problems very quickly, right? And be very critical. So what I want to pull out is what else is true now? It's a both and for me. Anybody, and this is open for comments or questions in the chat, but let's toss it over to you all, you three, to see what you've also noticed. And I'm just going to read Dacia's comment. We don't accept the gifts of nature with gratitude, but we can. We can shift our perspective and embrace the gifts, a new relationship with Mother Earth, with Gaia. Yes, thank you. And I would also say, this is my setting. I sleep outside most of the year. And much of my time outside. And every time I do that, there's a deeper appreciation for the mosquitoes or the things that bite me in the night. Can we bring it right down into our own particular life? A new relationship with our personal Gaia, our personal. And Veronica, do you want to come out, please? Can you unmute? Can we unmute her? Let her speak. Sorry, I've got to find you. There you go.
Okay, I'm muted.
We got you. Yeah.
Hello, Sharon. How are you?
Oh, I'm well. How are you?
Fine. I've just written in the chat. Well, I have nothing more to say, but okay, it's time that we see that the belt is given to us. Humanity has come a long way. It has always killed, it has always snatched, it has always done these things. But we are coming at this point that we are recognizing that there is so much wealth and it can be given to all the people. It's time to see that the belt is given to us. I like the way that Estela saw that with nature and all this connection.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's my anything else there on that piece, and I just wanted to get my head around some of this.
If I may add, to me, as you were talking about that, the thought came to mind that there's also the fifth ray being shifting to the fourth ray, because the fifth ray takes the nature part, studies it, and to a certain level desacralizes it, right? And now I believe that there's going to be a turning point, or it's already happening because of the crisis, that people are forced to pause and sense that sacredness again. And that might be the turn turning point in the relationship with those energies. The sacredness of the matter, the spirit within the matter, and the purpose and divine purpose within the nature that we used to fear, then disregard, and now learn to understand, and maybe next step, value. So that's what came to mind. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Is there going on? Okay, can you just do a reaction or something in the chat to say something has clicked? Has anything clicked here yet? Say yes in the chat if some little thing has clicked. Or nod your heads. Okay, I'll turn it back to Estela and just see where we are with that.
Let's go on, Sharon. All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to, every once in a while, I just want to get a little bit of voice in from other people as well, so that we have this whole thing. Yeah. And the size of your slides is excellent right now. Yeah, we can, Maria Cristina, could we unmute Maria Cristina?
We can unmute.
Oh, there. Hello, everybody. I'm just missed the last little bit, but I mean, this summarizes such a critical moment in the appreciation of the mother and of the feminine. And it is such a beautiful balancing possibility. I just have to bring in the women of Afghanistan. I will just mention that. And the only reason I'm talking is because, hi Sharon, because you asked us to talk, so I'm talking, but I'm just talking off the top of my head. But I would just like to bring into this whole concept of mother and nature and the feminine and the beautiful, incredible women of Afghanistan, to be in solidarity with them, because it manifests, as we know, on many, many different levels. And it is a beautiful opportunity that we are living, and we certainly are living on the edge of that. Very challenging, very, very burning grounds of purification and prayer. That's all. There you go, Sharon, just for you.
And also for the group.
And also for the group.
Especially for the group. Yeah. Okay, Estelle, please. Giselle, Marta, please.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's you. Over to you.
On me? No, you follow, Estela?
Yes, okay.
Okay.
If you want, yes. I don't know how to go to the next. Oh, yes. Okay. So let's go to the Immaculate Conception. I used to use a lot this concept of the Immaculate Conception. Because of that, I felt to share this with you all. It's Immaculate Conception, but what is this concept? It is the purest moment of the conception of a creation. When we visualize it, when we create an image of what we are going to create, the pure image without distortions is creating through eyes. That means the spirit itself flows out and causes the creation as light. The eyes of the mother are the channels for the father to go through and to permeate. In fact, the father permeates only through the eyes of the mother. The whole creation happens just through her looks. This is a phenomenon which is considered as the Immaculate Conception. Without by visualization, there is no way out. This visualization is what is called the first conception. Before it was visualized, where was it? It was there, but it did not descend into us. The whole creation is that said to be the visualization of the Word Mother. The Word Scriptures carry this phenomenon of the Word Mother, which is the original concept of the Immaculate Conception. That is how everything is visualized and created with the Father as the substance. Substance is sacrificed as all this. Hence, this is also filled with it only. When this understanding is lacking, we see it as different from that. Do you like, Sharon? We stopped here and talk about this concept? Or let's go on.
I've been looking at, we're now at about 20 to 3. So how would you like to move on?
Okay.
If we can't, we don't, the conversation piece isn't going to, I'm kind of let that go because there's a lot here. And, you know, you want to do your meditation and the practice. So we want to, I'm just going to stop out here, leave it go and carry on. Yeah. So you just carry on with your work.
Okay.
If I may, Estela, you said that this concept of Immaculate Conception is very central for you. Can you just say how it works for you, like what it means for you and your group?
Yes, it works for me in this way. For example, when we begin a meeting like this, I invoke that the Immaculate Conception of the Conception Immaculate be beget in this meeting. Just the meeting as was conceived in the mind of God. O sea, the primordial, the first creation of this meeting. This is for me the Immaculate Conception. Just to feel, to get the real significance and task and objective of any task we can put in action, we can develop. Just to align the action with the pure purpose of this action. At the very moment of its creation. Because if I offer myself as a channel for the higher, for the big brothers, the elder brothers, for the high energies that flows through me, when I do something, what I ask is that what I'm doing be in resonance with the first creation of this action in the mind of the creator and the mother. This is for me how I feel the Immaculate Conception, the purest of everything.
The Father's will through the Mother. The Immaculate Conception is the intervention of the Mother in the will of God, of the Father. To be possible for us.
Very beautiful. It's, in a way, it's offering the chalice of expression.
Yes.
Yes, the archetype.
Well, if I can add, to me, thank you for that notion of the Virgo, because I believe that it is extremely important to hold that link to that, what I would call an archetype, right? Because in the end, everything that can be distorted during the manifestation still pristine and pure at the very beginning. So in a way, we can always link to that point and receive again this undistorted energy of the source. So thank you. Yeah, it is a really an amazing concept, and it is like rarely practical.
Perfect.
Rarely, in the way that it's just really practical as the moment of the beginning. Thank you. So thank you.
Thank you, Katya. Thank you. Yes, perfect what you said.
I feel that we can start the meditation with this concept of the Immaculate Conception. Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Are you finished?
No.
No? Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Not at all. But we can meditate now and continue later.
I feel a profound concentration.
Yes, because yes, I agree with you. We can meditate on this concept.
Yes,
perfect.
Yes, and I think that the task of Hercules represent the evolution of the human being, and considering that he had this test and proceed as he did, we can understand what happens with men and nature in general now. He was a special man, an archetype. So if he did that, men are doing that they are doing to the nature now. So reverse change, this is our task now. Putting the consciousness, the love, and reconnect with the essential, the immaculate conception of the world and the nature. in this month, Virgo sign.
Giselle, do you want I continue or what the slides?
No,
Okay.
Only for have some ideas, central ideas in the meditation. If you have another, it's okay. So
no. So I go after the meditation. I will go faster with the rest of the slides if you agree. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you,
So
Giselle.
we are making 3 ohms. And invoke the energies of the Mother of the World, the Virgin, Se escuchó, ¿verdad? Do you have here, right?
Yes. Thanks, Giselle.
Thank you for that space, Giselle, and the time. Beautiful.
Okay. If you agree, I will finish now my presentation. Agree?
I'll just let's just be watching the time because we have about 20 minutes left in today's session.
Okay, I will
manage it.
I will go directly to the end. And returning to the story of Hercules, he had another opportunity after the compassionate words of the master. My son, why slay that which is needed close and dear? Why kill the one you love, the giver of good gifts, custodian of the possible? Why kill the mother of the sacred child? Again, we make a failure. Again, you have not understood. Redeem this moment, ere again you seek my face. And he had another opportunity, saving Hesiod from the belly of the serpent, balancing thus his previous deed of death. We, as humanity, have today a new chance to bring Hesiod into the light, to serve, to be the server, to serve in unity with love from the Immaculate Conception. So one serves the will of God, serves the Mother. For such is life, an act of death, a deed of life. And thus, the sons of men who are the sons of God learn wisdom, balance, and the way to walk with God and with the Mother. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Estela. That was very full. Marta, are you going on?
Yes.
Any?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, after this deep silence and with the consciousness focused on restoring, repairing, and changing our relationship with Mother Nature and with all the kingdoms, in all the planes in which the one life within the Mother manifests. We can decide free, conscientiously, and voluntarily to execute with human hands and feet an active service that mark a step toward a new relationship, a fraternal and loving relationship with everything manifested, a step toward the most abundant life within the great space where the one life is manifested, the Mother. The Mother is the space where we all live and move. We suggest that you read, and if you agree, sign the Declaration for the Transition Towards a 21st Century cultures of peace. Why do we propose an immediate implementation action in support of the 2025 conclave of the hierarchy? Because it proposed change in the United Nations, created 75 years ago as humanitarian closure for the painful learning process that generate the First and Second World Wars. In 1946, it was said, "We, the peoples of the world, pronounce ourselves for the end of the world and life in harmony among the nations of the world." It has been 75 years since we, humans, have stopped killing each other for a single day. Deepening the action is required. Deepening the action is required. The Seville, I don't know how to say in English, Sevilla in Spain, the Declaration of Seville, after years of multidisciplinary research, declared there is nothing in the biology of human beings that condition us to violence. The same space that created the war is the space that had to create the condition for peace. Today, this declaration promotes more participation of the peoples in the Security Council of the United Nations, since only the national states are represented in the council. It established that 50% of its members must be mayors, that is, representative from the different cities of the world that have the best chance of representing the people of the nation, the people of the world, not the government, but the people. We know that the people of the world cried out for peace. It declares, ratifies, and expands the previous declaration for the culture of peace since its creation, and expand the participation of the people from the city of all over the world. This is because until now, the predominance of representativeness has been granted to the national state almost exclusively. This statement was generated by Federico Mayor Zaragoza, born in Spain, former director of the UNESCO from the United Nations, founder of Institutions for Peace, a great pacifist. David Adams, born in the USA, living in Paris, neurobiologist, and Roberto Mercadillo, a worker of peace born in Mexico. This declaration is to be signed by each of the human beings that inhabit the earth. In this circumstance is a recognition of the one humanity, that planetary center that we call humanity, and that together with the hierarchy and Shambhala are the three centers that carry out the evolution on the planet. In addition to a space to sign, there is a space to add observations and opinions, with which the declaration becomes a collective contraction. It will be presented in October in the United Nations Assembly, which is the highest body of this institute. It is a unique opportunity to integrate and participate, and we invite you all to sign it if you agree. As a practice service, really practice service, to be one humanity, to be really one humanity. That's all.
Sharon is putting the link of the declaration in the chat.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that, Marta. Oh, there it is. Wonderful.
We offer that, as Marta said, a practical made.
It's a way to be practical servers. Sign and put opinion and observations in this. The first time, yes.
Yes, and also this declaration is a living declaration because it will be reformed as the people ask for that, for introduce changes on it. Once a year, with the opinion of the people of the world, will be restructured according with that.
Like Sasha is already on it. Thank you, the three of you, so very much. Do you have some last words or thoughts about what you've presented? Or if there are comments also in the questions. Estela, do you have last some overarching thoughts?
Okay.
Main thoughts? Or
first of all, gratitude. Gratitude to you all for this opportunity to share with you. And gratitude for this constellation that is carrying us through the space in this moment. In her arms, plenty of beauty, plenty of generosity, plenty of light. Just enjoy, honor the energies that are flowing on us, on all us as one in the whole universe. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I want to say,
sorry, Stella is a Virginian. She was born in this sign.
Yes.
She represented the mother. I feel that yes, because she feel all that she say.
Thank you, Giselle.
And Giselle, what are your favorite, I'd say, ideas or pieces about Virgo? And actually, I would ask everyone to put in the chat, what do you really appreciate about Virgo, and what are you taking with you into this full moon period? So just put that in the chat with Giselle and then Marta.
Yes.
Yes.
Giselle, what is your
I feel that Virgo is the opportunity to reconnect it with the nature, with all of us, all the kingdoms, to make reality unity, as my friends say.
For me, Virgo, the mother, show us another way to do the things, the non-violence way. And we have to change because we choose a long time ago the other way of doing, like Hercules, for violence, for exploding, for taking without asking if they want. It's another way to be, another way to live, another way much lovely and tender and feminine way. I love that from Virgo. Thank you.
I'm seeing some things coming into the chat.
Yes.
Yeah. My internet is now doing funny things, so it's very going to be happening. I'll pass this over now as the comments are coming into the chat. I'll pass this over to Alexander to finish up and tie it all.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Estela, Giselle, Marta. It was a deep experience together in the silence, and big gratitude for that. It was our group experience of that potency of Immaculate Conception. And so thank you for that gift. And it's something that we can practice and hold in that open space within us individually and within our groups, and this group in particular. And today is the first day of the 5-day period of the full moon, so I think that note will stay with us through all these days, so 5 days and further. Thank you. And we'll be closing shortly our meeting today. I would ask Estela, Giselle, and Marta if you could stay a little bit longer, that we could share after our meeting a little bit more. And I want to invite everyone to join 2 more programs that 2025 Initiative will be hosting this full moon. On September 21st, we will have the next meeting of the Souls of Our Nations Creative Lab, hosted by the Hekal group from Jerusalem and Klein Shali group from Germany. This will be the second meeting in the series of webinars, the second season of this project. And on September 22nd, we will have a Virgo meditation for the common good. And the topic for our next month for Virgo Libra cycle will be archetypes of governance. So we invite you to come join us. And also we continue our daily meditative vigil, where we together invoke the soul of humanity in response to the current crisis. So that's information about all those programs that's available on our website. And also the recording of today's program, as well as all other programs, is available on our YouTube channel, which I will ask to check on our website. And Daniela, maybe you can put on the chat for us. thank you. And Sharon, if there are any from our chat that you want to share before we close.
I think after we have, let me just, sorry, my, maybe Sasha, you can do it. My internet is scrolling very slowly, so I can't access things right now. But what I would, there we go. So Daniela is putting the links to our YouTube channel and a couple other links to us so that you know where we are on social. And as we're at the beginning of the Virgo festival, I'd love it. I'm sure Estela, as the Virgo and mother, would love to hear a Virgo keynote that you might take with you for these next 5 days.
Yes.
And if you would post that in the chat, the keynote, the Virgo keynote that you would like to hold. And Estela and Marta and Giselle are also.
The keynote. I am the mother. I am the son. I'm God. Matter. I am. This is the divinity into the substance. The divinity of the substance. To be aware, to be conscious that every particulate, every piece of substance has its own divinity inside.
Beautiful.
That's all. Thank you.
This is very deep for you. Yes.
Yes.
All right then. Marta, you have something?
Lot of love from the south to all you. Lot of love. Remember
the
us,
south
we
of the
are
south.
in the south of the south.
Yes.
And embrace you all.
Giselle?
Yes, I hope that you understand us. Estela, of course, Marta, of course, me, of course, but
No need to apologize if English is not your first language. There are many people on this, I can see in the screen, for whom English is not their first language. Most of the organizing team for the 2025 initiative, if English is not first language, there's no need to apologize.
I know.
it's an important challenge to us, but we think that is need to talk in English and have together and common language.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. We try.
We try.
And I know, because I speak several, if you don't speak it regularly, it's sometimes hard to retrieve the files.
Yes, this is the point. Yes, yes.
But in conversation, what you've been saying the past few minutes really has revealed the depth of the work that you three do together, and I really appreciate your spontaneity in spontaneous offerings in these as we're finishing out. And Risa
Thank
says
you, Sharon.
everything was understood. Thank you for all the voices. Yes.
I think the special gift of gatherings like this is that we can connect with each other's quality. It's not so much the words that we sharing, but it's through this type of connection we now have the bridge connecting us to a far point in the south, and so it's the level of quality, the quality of your group that you share today with us.
And it's this communication that is, you know, the one-to-one group thing that is so valuable and so important. So I thank you for that, because it brings to all of us the light that is within you in a very natural, deep way.
Yes.
So, friends, we will see you in Libra. And Daniela, you have a little music, some outro music. So you have about 3 minutes or so to gather your things and tiptoe out of the garden and So we and the organization committee and Estela, Giselle, Marta, we are going to go blank on our video, and we end with
Okay.
and we'll see you next month.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You three,
Goodbye.
stay, Estela, Giselle, and Marta, please stay on the line.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.